Hey, what's up, guys? Today I'm gonna be talking to you guys about my first 100 pounds. Okay, I, I know I've covered it a bit, but I haven't really showed it to you guys as far as in picture format. So today I'll be talking about that a bit. You know what I'm saying? So you guys can get an idea of how I started my weight loss journey. And before I get into it, let me talk about pre weight loss journey, right? So I've talked about 2016 quite a bit, about how in 2016 um, I was actually doing just a portion control type of diet, and it was working out. I did it for like 3 months, lost 30 to 40 pounds, and then I dated someone who had previously been big and lost weight, and she was criticizing the way I was going about my weight loss. Pretty much because what I was eating was very bland. Like I would eat a salad, no dressing. You know, I would just eat like weird meals. But like that salad that I would eat with no dressing, that would just be dinner. Throughout the day I had ate. It's just that for satiation, I would just want to put something in my stomach at night. But anyway, she criticized everything. She would sit in front of me as I eat with just like this face, this facial expression. It's very annoying. So I conformed to the way she wanted me to eat, and I dated her for like 6 months, lost no weight. Okay. So in 2017, I dated someone else, another person who had previously been big when she was younger, but she was skinny now, and she recommended the keto diet, and I just kept looking at it like, this is stupid, blah, 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 blah. I said, you know what? I'll give it a try, right? I'll try anything once. So I did the keto diet, all right? And I did it a dirty keto diet, like the dirtiest type you can do. I pretty much ate out for my keto diet. I would go to like Bonchon chicken. I just get the chicken. I would go to McDonald's, get a double quarter pounder, take off the buns, eat chicken nuggets, just the chicken nuggets, things like that. But I was actually tracking it, just that I was tracking it, I think manually. I don't think it was in MyFitnessPal or anything. But the problem I had was that I wasn't limiting my calories, okay? I didn't know anything about limiting calories at that point. Or I should have said I didn't know anything about it. I just wasn't taking it that serious, okay? So when I did that, I think I actually did lose weight, but I wasn't weighing myself, But I know that I felt differently, all right? So that was like 2017. In 2018, in 2017 and 2018, I actually did Uber, okay? So in 2018, while I was doing Uber, I decided to try keto diet again because I felt like it worked, okay? And I did some reading up on it and everything, but I still did dirty keto. What I would do this time is that I would go to Mission Barbecue, okay? And they had this meat platter. And I would get that every day, In the afternoon, I would get that, and that would be my only meal for the day. Sometimes, though, I would go to McDonald's, get something, or other places and get something, but it was always just the meat, okay? And somehow it worked, okay? I don't remember really. Yeah, I did calculate my calories. I remember putting in MyFitnessPal and everything. So I did calculate my calories, and I was losing weight, but I wasn't tracking it. Like I wasn't getting on the scale or everything. It was just that I felt it, and I saw the difference in my clothes, okay? But it's very minimal, very small, but enough. Now, I went to Mission Barbecue. Story time. I went to Mission Barbecue every time I would go to Mission Barbecue, for some reason, it's like the time I was going or something, it would always be the manager at the counter, okay? He didn't take payment or anything. He was just at the counter. There was still a cashier and everything who would give me the food, take payment. But he always come to the counter and he always talk to me, okay? Nice casual conversations, older white guy, big, on the big side. And one day when I went in there, because I was going every day, he came up to me, he said, there's other places around. Have you been to blah, blah, blah? He named some place. He was like, take it easy, I want you to live a long life, blah, 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 blah. He said some things to me, and I knew he was coming from a place of concern, and I respected it, okay? Usually when people criticize me, it kind of bothered me, but for some reason, this didn't bother me at all. And I decided that day I wasn't going to Bishop Barbecue anymore. Only thing I remember is that I kept saying his loss. Cause I was thinking money wise, right? Like, why would you tell me to stop coming here? I'm a customer. The funny, again, I was losing weight though, doing that whole diet. It was costly, but I was losing weight and I was definitely enjoying the food. Okay. So I get into 2019, January 2019. Let's see if I have some pictures. And I decide, okay, it's time, right? It's time. It's time to lose some weight, okay? So here goes me in January 2019, all right? I'm like, it's time to lose weight. You see, that's the same house. It's time to lose weight, you feel me? So it's January 2019, it's like, all right, it's time to take this whole thing serious. It's time to lose weight. I'm ready. Let's get it. And what I do is I start going to the gym, okay? And I start doing a little bit of meal prep. See, this me, same gym, right? Same gym, all right? You can tell, like, I'm the real deal, okay? Here goes a little bit more me in 2019, all right? You know, that's me with my iPhone 5S. That thing is a champion. Been with me. It was with me through the. I actually still have that phone. But anyways, you get the picture, right? Or do y'all need more? I think that's enough. Actually, hold on. This one more. You know. Here we go. 2019 again. I'm 28. Yeah, 2019. This might be late 2018. That's me at my peak weight, I think. Yeah, that's December 2018. So, yeah, that's me at my peak weight. You know, believe it or not, I was happy. I was happy. I wasn't happy with my weight and my size and the asthma and all the difficulties and moving around and everything, but for the most part, I would say I was happy. I just knew that it was time for a change, you know. So we're coming into the moment where I get a promotion at work, and I can't keep up with the crew, right? So I'm getting to that point where it's like, okay, I need to make a change, you know. Let me see. Do I have anything else here? Okay. So remember I told you guys. So in January 2019, the end of January 2019, I made that commitment to start going to the gym, right? This is early February 2019, right? I made a commitment. It's time to start going to the gym. So what I did was I also started doing meal prep. This is my early meal prep, okay? This is me pretty much. See if I can hide this thing. I forgot how to hide this thing. I'm sorry, bear with me. All right. This is me starting to do meal prep and deciding that, okay, I'll do meal prep. I'll keep it not ketogenic, but leaning towards that, right? So I started eating vegetables. That's spinach right there. You know, it's probably cooked to hell, but I was enjoying this. I was taking this to work. I would eat one at work, and I'll eat one when I get home. I think in the morning I was still eating junk like McDonald's or what do they call it, Dunkin' Donuts. It took a while for me to get off of that. Okay, you know, that's me. You know, fresh out the oven. That's my meal prep. You know, I joined this Reddit community called Sunday Meal Prep. Okay, so I started learning meal prepping, and it was actually fun, and I was enjoying the food. I don't remember why I stopped, but at some point I decided I want to start doing keto. You know, so this is like my first ever steak, I believe. I'm pretty sure that's my first ever steak, and man, I was blown away. I had never made a steak on my own before, you know. But to be real with you, I was enjoying all of this. It was all fun to me. I was even getting a kick out of it. Like, I'm going to the gym, I come home, I go to work, I do some Uber, blah, 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 blah. I eat some food. I cooked it myself, you know. I think it was the first time in my life where I was really cooking on a daily basis. But the food wasn't always good looking or that appetizing. Like this broccoli's probably cooked to hell. These pork chops, the seasoning was great. But we all start from somewhere, right? So let's see the date on this picture I'm about to show y'all. Yeah, this is the end of February 2019. All right, I still haven't started keto intermittent. All right, you see how big I was. I was struggling. You know, I was struggling. I was a big fella. You know what I mean? All right. So let's get into April. In April, between January to April, I started doing a lot of Redditing on keto intermittent. It wasn't really the results pictures that got me. It was more so like I wanted to win. And all the previous times I tried keto, although I had kind of won, it wasn't like I wasn't getting the results that I felt like I should get because I wasn't following it all the way through for a long period of time. So this is March 20th, 2019. All right. Now, when I finally started keto, my plan was all written. I've shown you guys in spreadsheets plenty of times. I guess I can show you guys right now. All right, we'll talk while I look for it. So when I started keto, I would pretty much find snacks that are zero carb or low carb, and I would take them with me because I also was doing intermittent fasting where I would eat between like 3 to 9 p.m. So this is what I would break my fast with at work. It was either these like meat nugget thingies, like pepperonis, or it was these beef sticks, kind of like beef jerky. And let me tell you, these things were nasty to me. They don't actually taste nasty because they're high in sodium, but I'm just never been a fan of beef jerky, you feel me? So this is what I started off with, okay? And I will also take almonds. All right? Look at me. Look how big my head was. I was a big fella. Okay? That's me on, you see, first week, April 7th, 2019. That's when I finally started keto intermittent. And again, I was pretty much, I went to this site to calculate my calories, okay? I went to a site to calculate my calories, and then I also was tracking everything. I finally found that sheet. Some of y'all has been here for a while. Y'all seen this sheet plenty of times. But this is 2019. You see, I started 2019. Okay? High. You see this right here? 450 pounds. When I stepped on the scale, it said error. So if the first 47 days, think about it. When you first start a diet, you usually lose a lot of weight because of water weight and things of that nature. I was crunching the numbers heavily. You can't really see it here. I didn't write it here, but it's in MyFitnessPal. It'll take a while for me to pull that up if I was to do that. But yeah, I wasn't putting the calories on this spreadsheet for the most part. It was in MyFitnessPal. But yeah, the first 47 days, I couldn't even track it because my scale was saying error. So that's why I said I was probably like 475 pounds. I'm pretty sure I was like 475 pounds. Plus, when I really started was like in January. So it's possible, 500 pounds. Possible. It's possible, But anyways, the point being that I tracked everything. And that's why I say that when I go into maintenance, I'll probably go back to this because it's something that really worked well for me. It's something about stepping on that scale that when I see them numbers, I can't sit there and just die. At some point, I'm going to kick into high gear and get that shit back off. Everyone's different though, That's just something that worked for me, you feel me? So, yeah, I tracked everything. When I went to the Indian buffet after refeeding, I tracked it, right? You see here, this was my first time doing a 3-day water fast, right? That's 3 months into my 1,100 day plan, okay? I did a 72-hour water fast. And then I went to Indian buffet and negated it probably. Let's see. I started off at 414. After refeeding, yeah, I went up. You see? It really hurt. I learned a lot about refeeding. Number one thing I learned about refeeding. Refeeding is okay. Don't beat yourself up over it. Just learn from it. That's what I learned about refeeding. It's hard to starve yourself and then not eat like crazy. It's just hard. It takes a while to learn. Now my refeeds are pretty much under 6,000 calories for the most part. I'd say between 3,500 to 6,000 calories, and I usually only let them go for 1 day, and then I do a 3-day water fast. But at this point, I hadn't learned it yet. Okay, when did I learn it? I don't really know. It looks like right here. This is where I learned it. I remember this October. This was like my most successful month ever in my head. Look, I went from 377 to 350, and I was doing 3-day water fast refeed, 3-day water fast refeed. And some of these refeeds, like Shake Shack and shit, Famous Dave's, is because I was taking a computer class and they would all go out to eat, and I didn't want to be like, nah, I don't mess with you guys. So I was really just doing it just to be part of the crew. But back to the beginning, this is April. Look how big my leg was, man. This is April 24, 2019. You know what I'm saying? So we all start from somewhere. And when you see where people are now, you won't remember that they used to be that big. Look at that. Do you know that I don't remember, I do remember it, but it's like, I was still going to the gym, but I never did cardio. Cardio is not necessary to lose weight, but cardio is a nice thing to have in your regimen if you find it fun. That's the way I look at cardio. If I find it fun, I do it. I never force cardio, never. I will force strength training, never force cardio. All right, this is the end of April. Let's get out of April now. All right, whatever. All right, so when I could finally step on the scale and see progress, let's take a look at the fridge. You see everything is ketogenic. Believe it or not, this jam, if you use just a very little amount of it, you count your serving size, ketogenic. This was not ketogenic. This was a coupon. I got this drink for free. I remember that. This sausage, man, this is why I will never eat. I will never, ever eat plant-based processed food. This thing sat in my fridge for like 2 weeks. When I saw it again, it was moldy. I'd rather have processed meat than go through that. I was still doing some meal prep, but ketogenic now. You see, there's no macaroni and cheese or spaghetti. All right? I remember this food being actually delicious. And I remember just like being happy, like, oh, it's time to go get my food. It goes in my freezer. This is one thing I can never get used to, okay? Eating hamburger meat and cheese, no bun. It wasn't for me. I tried it. It wasn't for me. All right. June, what else do I have? 15, 2019. Let's see how much I weighed. This is not 2019. I was like, there's no way I weigh 200 pounds. All right. See, I dropped to 430. So imagine going from like 475 to 430. Yeah. That's month 3. At this point, I started watching a lot of Thomas DeLauer. I learned about things like this, low carb, little foods that are easy to make. That mashed cauliflower is actually pretty good. So is rice cauliflower. I'm a big fan of cauliflower. Not eating it as an actual vegetable, but in rice form or mashed form. And you see the carbs. It's like 3G net carbs. There's 3 servings in here, so it's like 9 carbs if you eat the whole container at once, which I definitely did. So that'd be like my carbs for today. I started making my steak, and this, I fell in love with steak, man. Every now and then, I would have like a green smoothie. My green smoothies are pretty damn good. They're pretty damn good. I won't even lie to you. And this is like my first attempt at like what I call taco bowls. And man, I didn't know at that point yet, but I didn't actually need the sour cream and the sauce. Like now, I don't need none of that stuff. Just the meat, the cheese, the avocado alone. This is all I need for one day. Unless I'm going to the gym. Even if I'm going to the gym, if it's a light day, this is all I need. One of my favorite meals ever. You know, very easy to make. So now we're going into the end of June. You see, I mentioned this before. In my body, right? Body-wise, I don't see any difference. From January to June, I'm not seeing any difference, right? But because I was weighing myself, right? What's that, the end of June? Because I was weighing myself, I was happy, 425. That's a big loss, Let me show you guys with my niece. I'll never show no one this sort of shit, but look how big I was, man. I'm gonna show you guys with her again. Okay. All right. So now let's fast forward a lot. Let's go to day 150 in my journey. All right, day 150. This is August 29. Now I'm starting to see difference. Even in the clothes, they're starting to get a bit loose. I'm starting to see a difference now. Now it's like apparent. People are now coming up to me and saying, "Hey, you lost weight." This is kind of what I was eating. I knew how to cook the steak. At this point, my veggies, at least they were healthy. I didn't cook them to shit, but I don't know what this is. It looks nasty to me. But we all start from somewhere. Even now, I'm still learning how to cook. All right, just to show you guys, everyone starts from somewhere. This shit was not overnight. Okay, this is before I got on YouTube. All right, I think this is what? Is this pork? No, this is like chicken breast. And yeah, I think all my food tastes good though. I think all my food tastes good. This is September 3rd. I'm still big, but my clothes are loosening up. And I remember at this point I'm thinking to myself, I really have a long way to go. Like I'm not even close to skinny. But I was happy though because I was making strides. And I remember when I would tell people that I lost weight and this and that, they were like, "Oh, okay." I don't think people really knew how serious I was, This is like my first nature walk ever. I had my book bag on. I don't know. Yeah, I can't see it here. I had my fishing rod with me. I haven't caught fish in a long time, but that's not the point. Yeah, I remember all this food tasting good. Okay? Let's skip forward to day 200. Day 200, I think this is like one of my first, I would say, true cheat meals. Yo, this thing is weird. Like, why would it open it up like that? Okay, here we go. I'm sorry. I forgot some of y'all might be fasting. That is a burger, one of the best burgers I've ever had. I'm sorry again, guys. All right, I got to show you guys this because this shit hit. And if you see that logo, you know what it is. I ain't going to tell y'all. All right, hitting. I remember I used to stuff. Oh, did I mess this thing up? I remember I used to stuff my freezer with a bunch of meat, right? And this is how I would find it, This is how I would find it. Can I rotate that? Yeah. Okay, you see all these discounts? Now, one thing I had to learn was that just because something says 30% off doesn't mean it's a good deal. It took me a while to learn that, but I learned it. They don't get me anymore. They be trying though. Because your boy loves a good discount. Remember, this is the first time I could tuck this shirt in. My work shirt. Man, I can't show you. This is the first time I could tuck that shirt in, I was so happy. I think I went to work like that, but I still wore a jacket over it. All right, let's fast forward. Day 240. All right. Day 240, man. What is day 240? Let's see. Day 240, I was 340 pounds. Hold on. Did I gain weight? What? 340? What date is that? Okay, yeah, that's right. That's November 26th. That was my lowest weight for that year. All right, but notice the date I said, right? Notice the date I said. I said November 26th. Think about it. Thanksgiving, holiday season begins, right? Oh yeah, your boy went ham. I'm not gonna show the food and shit because, you know. In fact, I have a video on my holiday binge. So if you're interested in knowing how that went, you can check that out. Yeah, in fact, I don't need to cover anymore because everything else is YouTube. Everything else is on YouTube. In fact, you go on my YouTube, you see the first date is December, the end of December, right after my birthday. That's when I decided that I was going to put everything on YouTube because I gained, let's see how much weight I gained back. I went from 340 to 370. These numbers seem off. Like, how did it go from I don't know what I did here, but I remember I went up to 370, and that's 30-pound gain between Thanksgiving and Christmas. And I remember how devastating that was because it took me, you see, when I was 373, it took me from day 180 to day 240. That's 60 days to lose that 30 pounds. And I gained it back in 1 month, 30 days. So that led me in, right? That led me right in to my first ever water fast, right? I said, January, we starting this thing off right. I've always wanted to do a 30-day water fast, but pay attention, right? In 2019, okay, I did a lot of water fasts. Remember, I kept telling you guys, I didn't start off with long water fasts, 24-hour fast, 72-hour fast. There's a dry fast that I did somewhere where I almost died. And I said I would never, ever do a dry fast again in my life. In my personal opinion, there's no reason to do a dry fast. I don't see why you would do anything without water. Water is life. Water is literally what gives us life. Water in the sun. Everything, every living organism needs water to survive. So I said, no, never again. But anyways, 72-hour fast, 7-day fast, 14-day fast, 12-day fast. You see, it's all here. All right. And you see, this is proof of like Thanksgiving. I went crazy. You see all that red? Red means you done fucked up, boy. All right. So 2020, I said, all right, we got to fix this. 30-day fast. I finally went back down to 340. All right. And I did it in the first 2 weeks. I went from 367 to 340. 27 pounds in 13 days. I don't even remember that, but that's dope. That means I had a lot of water weight. 27 pounds in 13 days. Now, when you're bigger, you lose more poundage faster because, you have a lot more weight to lose. But all in all, this 30-day water fast, I went from 367 to 323. That's about 40 pounds, 45 pounds. I was very satisfied. All right. I did it like 11-day refeed or 10-day refeed, right? Let's see how much I gained back. From 323 to 329. I don't know how because I did 48-hour water fast in between. I'm about to say. That's the only way I know how to negate refeed is with fasting in between refeed days. That's pretty phenomenal. I only gained back 6 pounds. I don't even do that now, even when I refeed for 1 or 2 days. All right. So then at the end of February, I did a 21-day water fast, went down to 301. But anyways, plenty of videos on 2020. That's when I really launched my YouTube. And that's pretty much it, guys. That's how I started. Now, I did want to share some other things with you guys. Let's see if I'm smart enough to figure this out. I wanted to show you guys the food element of things, right? But I don't know how I can show you guys this. I really don't know how to show you guys this. It's just so much. I know what I'll do. We'll just do it like a slideshow. All right. So this is my food. This is, I think it's in chronological order for the most part. Yeah, for the most part, it's in chronological order. But the thing is, I took these pictures on two type of phones, Samsung and iPhone. So it's not exactly in chronological order. But this is the Samsung, right? The date. Oh, this is the Apple. Okay, this is the Apple iPhone 5S. Anyways, June, right? This is my cooking experience. You see, to me, this is edible, but I'm just trying to show you guys that I started off small, right? Keeping it basic, very basic. I wasn't doing anything fancy. That's just some rice, cauliflower, and baked chicken. Very, very easy. All these meals less than 30 minutes. The cleaning even probably took longer than the food. Let's not talk about that. All right. Yeah. I started off small. Even this, undercooked. It's yeah, that's rare. It's not even medium rare. I'm learning. This is in September. It's not flipping anymore. What happened? Pardon the technical difficulties, guys. I don't know what this thing trying to sabotage me or what. Come on. All right, we'll try again. Try again. Okay. Green smoothie, steak. So this craziest thing is I'm documenting all this, but I'm not even thinking of YouTube, IG, nothing. I'm just kind of tracking myself. I'm tracking the calories. I'm tracking the food, the types. And the thing is, it actually draws my memory. I remember how good each dish was for the most part. I remember. It's all keto. Just keto. Meat, veggies. Meat, veggies. You don't see anything else there. Sometimes cheese. Meat, veggies. I didn't eat anything outside of this. Everything you see is what I was eating. Okay? And you see, man, like the food is decent. It's not, I'm not a chef. I'm not, I'm not knocking myself. I'm just being honest. Yeah, and I think that's the beginning again. It's September, yeah. So, that's how I started my journey, guys. I wasn't doing anything crazy, anything special. You know. That's filet mignon. I put way too much butter, but it tastes good. It really tastes good. How many of y'all remember this video? This is when I launched my YouTube career. This is the day or 2 days before my first ever extended water fast of 30 days. Imagine. It's a ketogenic meal, but it's not because look at that wine. That's not keto, as some of y'all would say. That's not keto.
Time to chow down, second plate.
I really can't find this.
Time to chow down, second plate.
I really can't find this.
First time drinking a bottle of Rufino. Great taste. Not sweet, not bitter. Just right in the middle. Doesn't get you lit. Just a nice, smooth, chill vibe. Recommended.
But anyways, as you guys can tell, I'm a little too excited about food. I'm a foodie. I love talking food, sharing my food experiences. And one of the reasons I named my channel The American African is I was planning on exploring Africa food, like going there, doing vlogging and all that stuff. When I tell my African friends about it, they always be like, "You crazy, it's dangerous out there. They'll steal your camera. They'll do this, they'll do that." But the fighting the dog is much. So hopefully, Lord willing, I'll be able to do that to some degree, at some extent, blah, 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 blah. There's actually a lot of very good food vloggers on IG from Nigeria that I watch, and they're pretty dope. Again, I don't look at other people's stuff because I don't want to be influenced by them. So what you see is just me creating from the top of my dome. And it might not be the most appealing or appetizing thing to some of y'all, but we all start from somewhere. Just remember that, man. Just remember that. sometimes after I make a dish, I'm so hungry that I don't have time to artistically think about how I want the dish to actually look. So that's why a lot of my plating is messy. Um, because I'm a very good planner, but I have a hard time sitting down to actually plan because of anxiety. It eats me up. But anyways, this food is actually making me hungry. I'm in the middle of a fast, so it wasn't a good idea. It's your boy, the American African. Like, comment, subscribe.